Yo, yo,
Yeah,
yo.
man.
Our minds, baby,
You
we
already
back.
know.
Yes, indeed.
Episode 115 pre-show.
Hey,
Yeah.
115, 115.
Not
Let's
on
get it.
CPT. We on white people time.
Nah, for sure. For sure. We trying to be different, man. You know what I mean? A
Yeah.
little more punctuality.
Yeah.
It's
Nah.
a beautiful thing that we have a podcast for 115 episodes now.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. And
You
it's
know,
it's a
there's
beautiful
one.
thing that we're still growing our audience at that point too.
For
Yeah,
sure. That's definitely a fact. And I mean, when you talk about the evolution and the growth and and where it was to where it is, like
yeah.
that's a true
Leaps and
testament.
bounds.
You know what I
There's
mean?
there's also there's also this thing about how like black men can't work together and black men struggle with group projects and black men kind of there's always kind of this dark narrative over that. And I think we're trying to debunk that. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
we're 5 seasons in. You know what I mean? Like over a year, over 2 years, maybe now worth of content consistently. Like, I like it, man. I like what we're doing with this.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Opening up the floor to conversations that aren't often had, having a little fun while we do it,
Oh,
um,
wait.
educating along the way. It's a beautiful thing.
Speaking of opening up conversations, boy, when that Showtime hits, man, the conversation is
Yeah.
Man.
pick your side, stand in your corner, stand your ground,
Right.
stand on who you are.
It don't have to be that way. Like I don't.
Nah,
We talked about it.
nah, but it does though. It
Well,
does.
the
Sometimes
the
it does.
pre-show the pre-show usually we get a little carried away sometimes, like we did in what was it, episode 112? Or it
Season
wasn't
one.
even in the pre-show. It was like basically an appetizer for the main topic we were going to use for the Irv Gotti show, and
Yeah.
it just took over. So you never know.
Go back and check episode 113.
It's a fact. And we didn't even get to really touch on much of Irv Gotti either, honestly. And salute to Irv Gotti, man, because they just wrapped up episode 5 of the Murder Inc. Docu series, and
I
that was
just,
pretty good.
I gotta
you know
watch it.
what kind of makes me mad about the Irv Gotti thing, and we're super tardy sparring minds, so pardon us. But that's
Pardon,
the
yeah.
probably it, you know what I mean? What better time than the present, right? What makes me frustrated about the Irv thing is, and really a lot of dudes nowadays, and this might blend into a different conversation, but this term "ride or die" chick, I think we need to revisit because especially as it relates to somebody in this situation with like Ashanti, like she's an artist, B. She don't got guns in the car. You know what I mean? She
No
don't got no
joke.
criminal history. That ain't what she do. She was an artist. She was there to sing. You know what I mean? Herb had this expectation on her, like you supposed to be a ride or die. You supposed to be here when the feds came kicking in the door. Nigga, no. What
That's
I'm
not
talking
her
about?
life. That's not her lifestyle.
Yeah, that's not how. I mean, it's the same thing with J Lo and Diddy at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. I just want to go hang out. You know what I mean? Your artist is pulling guns out in the club, getting crazy. You know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, you might have to. You know what I'm saying? Or just everybody is just not built. That term doesn't just fit everyone because there
Yeah.
are some people that will ride or die, and are some people that's like, you know what? I'm gonna ride, but I'd rather not die. So I'm out of
Yeah.
here.
And it's funny that like some that you would expect to be that way aren't, and some that you wouldn't expect to be that way are. Like I honestly going in, Beyonce was goody. I couldn't see Beyonce as a ride or die chick, but the more I watch her and Jay-Z and listen to how they talk about how each other are, I'm like, she might be like that. That H-Town is embedded in her a little bit. So
But isn't that a shame on the dude to have that kind of expectation for his girl, for your lady? I mean, it's one thing to have that for some dryhead scallywag chick. You know what I mean? For some side chick you just knocking down. You're like, yeah, that's one thing. But you're queen and you got that kind of energy towards her. Like I don't think it's necessary, man. You want to take her out of that life and show her a better way.
Well, I think part of that is that sometimes, that stuff is deep down inside of chicks, man. Like, and no matter what, no matter how they make it or whatever. Like, I mean, Whitney Houston was known as the goody girl, good girl. Blah, 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 when in reality, she was the one that like put Bobby on to some things and stuff like that. So I think we have an expectation of a look, and we think like, okay, now there's no way she could be that type when you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ashanti just happened to be that type where she was just like, no, like, nah, I'm not doing it. But that case is wild. Like they knew they didn't really have nothing on those dudes. Like that was to really get the preem dude. That's what that whole thing. We're gonna take
that all the time.
Dog, we're gonna take y'all to court. We're gonna, you know what I mean? So y'all can't help pay his lawyer fee. He went to trial with illegal aid. Like, come on.
Documentation. I'd have to go back and read up on this. And I read up on it when we were talking about it. I forgot. But I thought the documentation was saying that he funded murder.
No. They were trying to say that they were trying to say that he was using Murder Inc. to launder money when that wasn't the case.
Right.
Like he did the Crime Partners book. He wanted to start making movies based on the Donald Goines books. Crime Partners was the first, you know what I'm saying? And I think like they got him funding for it, like him, Jay-Z. It was a couple people that kind of helped him out, and they got him a deal for my God, a soundtrack on Def Jam. You know what I'm saying? So that they were like helping him out more than anything. And I mean, what he probably provided was, maybe muscle for him, but Irv at the time was the one that was, again, Irv is responsible for X, or at least having a part in X, J, and Ja. Like that's major in the rap game as far as like you being a push behind or making these songs for these guys like that. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to the rap game, I actually don't think Irv gets enough respect. You know what I mean? Like, as far as the rap game and what he's brought to it, or whatever the case may be.
Musically, you'll be a fool not to respect him, right? I get that part. I think what we have been caught up in here recently, when you start getting into documentaries, is the behind the music stuff, right?
Right.
And that's where, to me, some things have been questionable.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, even just on a morality, shameless plug for today's show.
Shameless plug.
It's like, bro, you sitting at home with your wife, watching Ashanti out with Nelly, and you feel, what are you talking about, son? You home with your lady. Like, focus on your girls. Where's the morality? Like, what are you talking about? You got a whole wife sitting here, but you feeling the way. Not only that, we're talking about a nigga. He's 20 years later, he's still wearing a watch that she bought him. Come on, man. If you still love the chick, say that.
That's a nice watch, though, B. That was really.
How is he not in trouble behind that?
So what might be engraving on the back, right? From Ashanti with love. Hey, man, come on, man. He's super corny. I don't like it.
He playing around. You don't wear that. Like if it has value, if it's like a Hublot or something like that, and it has value, or a Breitling, put that shit in the safe. Don't wear that shit. That's asking for trouble with your wife.
Yeah.
He's divorced. He doesn't have a wife anymore. They're not
he doesn't?
Anymore.
Oh, Rocky.
No, they're not married anymore.
Oh,
well, no, I think the principle behind it is still like, if you don't fuck with if you don't fuck with her, give her the watch. If you don't fuck with her, it was a protect, right? Is that what it was?
It was, yeah. I definitely think it was like a protect. It was something nice because they were talking about it on Drink Champs because he was talking about Ja had a crazy like protect that he saw before. You know what I mean? T-Chanel, what up, sis? What's going on?
What's good, sis? I can't see none of the comments, so pardon me. You put them up on the screen, Payne? You got them?
Yeah, man. My guy James, my tattoo artist.
Hey.
Appreciate you, King.
JB, what up? T Sizzle, what up? That R&B thing had you tripping today, T Sizzle.
What happened?
I had to put a post up. See, this is why I gotta stop scheduling my posts because then the Mary Jane makes me forget that I did that, and then I go and write like 2 more. I think I had like 3 posts like go today. 3 months. Yeah,
it was like 3 of them.
It was 3, dog. Because I totally forgot. I put one up for football, the greatest game ever, and then I had one for building your ultimate R&B group, male or female, and then I had another one putting your ultimate R&B concert lineup together. So there were 3 different things that went in 3 different directions, and I was just trying to stay on the theme of football and R&B, which is kind of what we were talking about, all this week. And another thing, if you haven't got your picks in, you got till Saturday night to highlight my boy Capo. Get those picks in for the sparring picks for football season. He started up last night.
Prizes going out for you and everything, so that's going to be a good little time right there.
So,
the good thing about that, main, is Sparring Minds is never lacking for content. You know what I mean? So while you got all these other people out here where the pages be dead and you go over there, hey man, we got 4 or 5 conversations going on at the same motherfucking time.
Crazy.
Every day.
Crazy. Not to mention you get your daily dose of wife training. You know what I'm saying? That sounds kind of crazy if people are looking at them. We don't mean it like that. We know it actually helping.
We definitely mean it like that. Don't do that. Yeah. We definitely do.
You know what I mean?
Can I just say, so I got a review from my sis earlier in the week, right?
Here we go.
She loves the show, but she absolutely hates Chuck's point of view on everything. She's like, yo, I hate him.
What? That's the truth, BB. I don't know why.
You're a villain out here.
Yo, Chuck,
I don't know why everybody hates it.
Yo, Chuck Cube in the building. Chuck Cube. The ninja you love to hate, Chuck Cube.
I don't know why I get that kind of energy, man. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's been that way since season 1, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. You came off the gate swinging.
We gotta change the energy, man. We gotta change the energy, man.
Yeah, we're gonna try, man.
Y'all give me a second. Let me get right. We got 3 minutes to get the show rocking and rolling. My shit's about to die, so we don't want that to happen. We got an exciting next half an hour. So give me a minute, guys.
Yes, sir. We'll hold it down. You dig?
He absolutely is here to talk shit, T. Chanel. Absolutely.
For sure. You need that balance. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You need that balance, and Jones definitely provides the balance. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
But shout out to everybody that's going to see Wu-Tang tomorrow.
That is
Wu-Tang and Nas, and they just added Busta Rhymes will be a special guest.
See, I hate when shit gets announced mad late. I didn't know nothing about this. It might have gotten announced earlier, but
yeah,
I fucking spent money on. I'm a comedy dude anyway, so I probably would have went to the comedy show anyway. But I'm going to see Tony Baker on Sunday.
Nice.
So he's one of my favorite new. He's not really new. He's been around for a while, but one of my favorite popular comics at the time right now. So
okay.
Yeah. So if you ever see those videos where like he's doing animal voices, like he does a lot of animal voiceover videos and shit like that on Instagram. So
okay. All right. Yeah, that should definitely be a good look. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. It's at the Wilbur Sunday. I think there's still tickets available if y'all want to go. So check that on Ticketmaster.
Yeah,
go see Wu-Tang.
Surprisingly, the Wu-Tang show, I don't believe that sold out either. And I know Meph's not going to be in the building.
Oh, he's not?
Meph's not going to be in the building. Nope. He did a live the other day kind of mentioning or talking about it because I guess he got some feedback from like fans who were just like upset with him about not being on the tour or this show in particular. I'm not, you know what I mean? So Meth won't be there.
Yeah, I want the full. If I go, I've never seen Wu-Tang in concert, so if I go, I want the full clan there. I want the full experience. Like,
yeah,
that's a bucket list concert. Honestly.
I went to see the Jizza. Who was at the House of Blues? It was the Jizza, Ghost, and Ray. And even though you don't have Meth there, like that's still. I don't think you go wrong with any combination of Wu seeing him without Meth. I mean, Meth obviously makes it over the top. I saw Meth before, so they ain't really, you know what I'm saying, tripping. There's a couple of those others that I haven't saw, but I mean, it's still gonna be a you know, they got hits. They just have timeless hits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
And yeah, man.
That's like us. Any combination of us is gonna work. So
right. You know, so it's go time, baby.
So must go on.
7:30. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, Darnell White, no muzzle. Sparring Minds live every Friday. Let's go. Look, it's Sparring Minds. If you don't know the name, look us up. You know it's all facts when you got Chef Maine cooking up a couple of brothers who know all about the struggle. Black excellence, you know we just work hard and hustle. Whenever you want that urban talk, you know we keep it real. Mr. Maritime on the mic, yeah, you know the deal is real life. Hotel High Tower bringing you the feel. DJ Payne, keep it 100. Matter of fact, keep it a mill. Let's go.
Yo,
115.
115.
Y'all hear me? Mic check. Y'all got me?
Yeah, I got you.
You Gucci, man. You are Gucci.
Yeah, us is the question.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we might jump right into this motherfucker, right?
2 feet, huh?
And so, yeah, why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Friday night, got my rum and coke next to me.
Okay.
So before we do that, salute to Little, salute to High Tower,
Sir.
part of the gang. Those guys are doing their thing, and they'll be back with us ASAP. Part of the problem of them being out is that they leave me on the island to discuss this next conversation, right? So, Sparring Minds listeners, you know, throughout the course of the week, in conversations and discussions behind the scenes about what we're going to do for the next show, right? And so Payne one day was in his feelings. I don't mind discussing this stuff with y'all because it's family, you know. Payne was in his feelings. He was kind of emotional. I don't normally see Payne this hot, you know what I mean?
Yo,
and so I said, Payne, he laid out the story. I said, first off, Payne,
you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that version of Payne. That's all I want to slip in there. You absolutely don't. You don't ever in life want to see that version. I saw it one time. Don't want to see it again.
No.
Don't ever want to see that person.
He was a little spicy the day we had this conversation internally, right? And he said, and he was, you know. So first off, I said, Payne, you gotta relax, son. Like there's been time in life. Here's another example of that. He didn't want to accept that, right? So I said, well, we're gonna bring it to the listeners, the Sparring Minds people on Friday. Let's have a conversation with them and let's see what they think. And Payne said to me, Sparring Minds listeners, I'm gonna quote him word. Payne said to me, Chuck, don't bring this to the show. I don't want to talk about this shit, and I'm gonna knock a whole bunch of shit over. I said, Payne, that's unnecessary, bro. We just having a conversation. We're gonna do it anyways. And walk me through the scenario, because this is a situation you brought up. Walk me through it, and then I'm gonna remind you again as to why you were wrong from your perspective.
You said no, it was Little that brought it up. Let's get that right first. But
I thought it was you.
Nah, I was so pissed off about the shit. Like I was the one basically running most of the conversation.
He was so passionate about it.
Yo, that shit like that gets my blood boiling.
No, I feel you though.
So the scenario is guy and a girl seeing each other for about 7 months, let's say.
Yeah, something like that.
Girl wants to go to a party. Guy says, I don't want you to go because I know, you know, that's a bad spot, or I know it's a bad crowd there. Girl goes in, he says, if you do go, we're over. Our relationship's over. Girl goes anyway. girl leaves the party with a group of, I think it was a group of guys or a group of people, whatever. She leaves with a group by herself, ends up getting raped and beaten. Dude basically just says, it's over. Like, after she gets raped, it's over. Like, I'm not fucking with you. So, like, his
let me stop you right there.
Really?
Can I go?
Well, please, by all means.
So, first off, let me pull this camera closer because you're pissing me off. First off, he said to her, out of her own safety, for her own safety, he was like, yo, like, I know the cat's over there. I know what kind of energy is happening at that party. I don't want you to go to that party. I don't think it's a good idea, right? Any viable, respectful,
here we go.
Wife material woman
in the sauce. You see the sauce pain?
Would say, you know what? Out of respect for you, I ain't gonna go. I ain't happy about it, but I ain't gonna go. That's what a respectful woman would do, right? That's what a real queen would do. That's when they wear a crown. That's the kind of shit they would do, right? A scallywag chick, she gonna say, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do, and fuck you and your mother. Okay. I understand. So what I took from that is that you don't have any respect for me and my position in our relationship. And if that's not the case, then we don't need to be together. And hey, no harm, no foul. Go rock out at that party, have a great time. But in terms of our relationship, we no longer have one. Because the respect that I demand in a relationship, you can't provide. And that's okay. I'm glad I understood that and found that out now. That's okay. So now that she goes off to this party, oh, I'm turning up. This party's great. Pass me another drink, bitch. Okay. Now you're in this environment with some unsavory motherfuckers. And some wild shit happens. Which is terrible. It hurts my heart. I can't. This is one of the top 3 worst crimes in the history of history. It's disgusting. It's awful. Now that this shit has happened, you should call the police. You should seek medical advice. There's a lot of things you should do, but calling me isn't one of them. Because the minute you walked out the door, our relationship was over with. You already explained to me you don't have no respect for me, so call whoever you got respect for. Call that motherfucker, because it wasn't me.
Wow.
First of all,
icy.
Right. First of all, she got one father and you ain't it. So if she want to go, she can go. If you gave her that ultimatum that if you go, we're done, that's fine too. But you don't do it afterward, after she went through such a traumatic experience like that. That's an I told you slow, and that's a slap in the face. That's like saying you asked for
No, Payne, I told her to go. No, that's not true. Payne, I told her before she went, I said, here, if you decide to go, which is your right to do, and I can respect that's your right to do that, understand my position at that point. Once you walk out the door, our relationship is no more. Because I want you to respect me enough to consider my feelings going to this party in an environment that I'm not cool with. That environment's a little spicy over there. And I'm here to look out for your safety. I'm like, babe, stay home. We can watch Disney Channel all night. Go ahead and put on Little Mermaid again. No. Fuck you, nigga. I'm going to this party. Tasha's going. It's gonna be lit. Okay.
Yeah, I hear you, King. But again, like Payne just said, forget the father scenario for a second. I mean, you're not the father, but just still, like, this was still someone you were in a relationship with, and this is still someone you cared about. And I don't care how mad you are, upset that she decided to go against were. I said were, is in past tense. It doesn't mean though that if you hear something traumatic happen to them, that all of a sudden because you told them don't do like so you just hit the switch of like you're not giving a fuck. Because again, that's more of a pride thing where you would let that get in the way of just having some basic humanitarian just feeling for someone who was in a traumatic experience, regardless of what happened. And it's not to say that you even got to be in a relationship with this person. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't got to be in a relationship with them afterwards. But damn, you can't just make sure they good. Like that's, you know, again, not saying you got to get back together, anything like that, but that's another level of just like, yo, are you kidding me? That's definitely an I told you so. And that's something where you're just like, it is though. It's definitely an I told you so. Absolutely.
But it's not, so because I haven't even gotten to the I told you so. We haven't even gotten to that point. The minute you walked out of my door,
right.
I didn't know that was going to be an end result, right? I didn't, of course not, right? I just said that the minute you walked out of my door, after we had a conversation, after I expressed to you my desires,
right,
and you decided that your desires trump my desires,
right?
Okay, I understand.
You still picked up the phone, though. I mean, you still picked up the phone.
When she called back after the fact, I wouldn't have.
No, I'm just in the scenario in the story that we're talking about.
Or she calls him.
She calls him and he picks up. Right?
I wouldn't have. And that's where he fumbled.
Okay, so whatever. But no, he still cared for her, and regardless of what she said, you don't just snap it on and off like that in a matter of hours, bro. That's all I'm saying. Not saying you still got to get with her or anything like that, but if you're telling me you don't have a level of compassion to help someone you were once in a relationship with, all because they didn't do something you said or wanted to, or when like that's wild. Yo.
What kind of shit is that?
That's beyond wild.
And this is where me and Payne disagree. This is where Payne got a little mad. Fuck, he deleted me from the group chat. It was a whole thing. All I was saying was,
I was wondering why you was out the group.
Like, yeah, it was crazy. All I was saying was, in a relationship that we're in, if we're having a conversation about something that we're doing, right? Respect my feelings of it, right?
Of course,
especially as a man, because I'm trying to guide you into ways that are safe, loving. Those are the things. Those are the environments I want you to be in. I know those motherfuckers over there. I know shit gets a little spicy over there. I've heard stories before of, oh shit, this almost happened to that chick. So when we're having this conversation, I'm not giving you the answer out of the blue because I want you to stay here and I want to control you and I want to be your daddy. No, shit crazy over there, babe. I know Tasha going. Tasha like drama, right? And you like Tasha. That's why you're going. I'm just telling you that environment's crazy. Stay here. Like, or me and you can go to a different party. Let's figure out an alternate solution, but I want to protect you by keeping you away from there. And if you can't respect the fact that I'm like, babe, nah. Respect it. What happened to Head of Household, Sparring Minds, season 2 episode?
Probably season 2. Maybe season. No, it might be season 1. That was pretty early in the game. That's pretty early.
Check our affidavits. Like our paperwork is good. Go back and check our Head of Household episode. Because in that, I'm telling you,
they're not married though, King. They're not married. Are they? They're not married, are they?
No.
Do I need?
They were just together.
No, but okay. So I know you, and I know what you're doing. You walk these lines till you make sure it fits exactly your thing, and this is what you use. They weren't married, so yeah, that matters a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's right. I mean, you're married, right? It's a difference in that part. They're in a dating stage, right?
Maybe you're right.
So
maybe you're right. Pardon me. Maybe
you know
let me ask a question.
Yep.
Let me ask a question.
Yep.
Maine, are you the head of household in your relationship?
Yeah.
You're not married, right, bro?
No.
And this is what I'm saying. It has no relevance of the ring or not. Once we're in a relationship,
I get it.
we're in a relationship.
I get it.
And those roles are established from the gate, right?
I get it.
And so the jewelry don't matter to me, right? This is a matter of, and honestly, this is not even, it's not so much a head of household conversation as it is.
It's really not.
Respect my feelings about the topic.
I get it.
That's what this is. Respect my feelings on the topic as your man.
I understand that part, but once the traumatic experience happens,
all
the
that
shit
goes
you're
out the
saying,
window.
it goes out the window. That's irrelevant.
Exactly.
That's irrelevant, dog. That's irrelevant. That is so irrelevant. Because that's, again, you holding on to the I was right thing, which now that this has happened,
that don't matter.
It don't matter.
Because you express concern and feelings for her by warning her that way. So you don't just turn that shit off and I told you so, basically, and that's what you get type shit because she got raped. Like,
who else is she going to turn
went to the place anyways? Like, that's in its essence, that's a temper tantrum. Like, oh, you didn't do what I say, so haha. Like, that's fucked up.
I don't know. I just.
And that's where we disagree. That's where our lines differ, right?
Right.
I'm not saying that, haha, fuck you, whatever, Reno. I'm not saying that at all, right? I'm saying if you call me back after this traumatic situation, right, which is awful, and we'll talk about that. Let's bridge off into that. Give me a second. I'm saying that if you called me back after I told you what the fuck it is, right?
It's gonna keep
saying if you leave, it will break my heart, but our relationship is over. Because I want a woman who's gonna respect me and trust me enough. It's your choice. Do what you want. But if you do, understand that causes me to do something else, right? So that causes me to separate, and now emotionally, and this is where we may differ, guys. Once the relationship is done, relationship done. I don't do well with, let's reconcile and discuss it. I don't do well with that.
This not about a reconciliation.
After you walked out the door.
No.
After you walked out the door, the relationship was over.
Yo, you're wild.
After you walked out the door, the relationship was over. I'm already moved on to find a woman who's gonna respect me. All right, James. Word. Like I'm just saying, I want a woman who's gonna respect me, and if you can't do that, I gotta go find somebody. So I'm doing that right after you walked out the door. So when you call me back, I'm gonna say, hold on, let me finish this thing. When you call me back, I'm gonna say, oh my God, that's fucking crazy. I'm sorry that happened to you. Call the cops. Go seek medical attention. Those are your next two steps.
That's some cold shit, B.
Yeah,
that's cold, man.
If you had enough feelings,
what can I do at this point?
If you had enough feelings for her to warn her about that, you can have enough feelings to be there for her. That don't mean y'all are together. Be there for her, help her through it, and then later on down the line, like you can like really like let her know, like, yo, it's not this ain't what it is. I'm just here for you as a friend. You don't do that shit like right after she went through some rape shit, like because she didn't do what you said. Like that shit is amazing to me. Like that shit's inhumane. That's like kicking a dead dog.
Doing what I said versus, hey, I'm offering you sound guidance and I'm letting you know what I'm gonna do as a result of what you're gonna do.
Yeah, but you don't know that she's gonna go out and get beat up and raped, bro. Like, come on. Like
I don't. I'm disconnected from the whole story at that point.
Right, but the situation or the severity of what happened to her absolutely changes the situation. That changes things. It's not like she just went out and just met another guy and left, whatever the case may be. It's not like she just did that. A traumatic experience, bro. a real traumatic experience. I mean, I get it. I get it. I can't say, you know, he's a total villain in that situation. I'm just saying that wouldn't be me. I couldn't do nothing like that, regardless of
and
whatever.
shout to Charles Urban, he just tuned in. So shout to Charles Urban. He just had a comment up there. It's listen, I've established with you. Hey babe, listen. Again, my role as her man is to keep her safe and to love her. That's my role, right?
Yeah.
So if she won't allow me to do those things, what am I here for?
Yeah, nah, you gotta gotta have some compassion, dog. Sorry, man.
My compassion left when she decided that
there's no way in 48 hours.
This dude is compassionate any other time, mad, sensitive, and compassionate any other time except for this. Like, that's crazy.
Yo, word.
Like, and I'm usually like, you be telling me I'm mean as shit. Like, that's beyond me.
Yo.
I'm compassionate and I'm all of those things for my girl. My girl respects my opinion as her man. The minute she walked out that door, she was no longer my girl. She no longer requires my compassion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though I have that, I may have it in my heart. Maybe.
Thank you, T. If it left that fast, it was never there at all.
T.
Period.
You know something, T. Chanel. And Sparring Minds listeners, we love T. Chanel over here at Sparring Minds podcast. We've had her on the show. She's a very good friend of ours. What's happening here now, Sparring Minds listeners, is that T. Chanel has now taken on Jermaine McNeil traits, and that they're wrong often around here, and that's unfortunate.
T knows what's up. She know what time it is. She know this is the kind of cancer.
Charles is right.
That guy. Oh man. Listen.
Oh yeah, right now, 100% she knows she's no longer my girl because I told her that when she walked out the door. I said, babe, if you go to that party, understand our relationship is finished. Understand that.
Right, but again,
and she said, okay, I'll go. Ain't the party gonna be lit? I said, okay.
I know that she's going to get raped though and beat up.
Right, like that's crazy.
All of that is irrelevant to me.
You don't know that she's gonna get raped and beat up. That's a different scenario, and that changes things. That changes things. That's all I'm saying. That changes things.
Exactly.
That changes things, bro. That's
why am I
different dynamics? That has a different dynamic to it once you add that part in.
Why am I, as the ex-boyfriend, required to commit compassion to my ex-girlfriend? Why?
You're actually not required to do anything, bro. That's just a level of humanity or just compassion that clearly you're not. That's not who you know. And you know what? That's fine.
So this is a morality case to you.
Absolutely, yes. Shameless plug on tonight's episode, but yes. This is all about having some sort of morals, dog. Are you kidding me? Like, what are we talking about?
See how we weave these things together for y'all?
Yeah.
We did that.
Oh shit!
Like, there's just no way. I was in a relationship with. I love, regardless of what happened. She didn't listen to what I say. Blah, blah, blah. She went good, turn up with Tasha, and then blah blah blah. I get that. But in a scenario in which someone was raped, could have been killed. So if she would have died, you'd have just been like, "Yo, just if you know, that's what you get." Like too, like
that's
pretty much because that's
again. See, and this is why sometimes around here on the Sparring Minds podcast, they paint me as the villain, right? And I never once in the history of history said she deserved what happened to her. Never said that. It's awful. I feel tragic as I'm sitting alone in my crib that night hearing about this. This is awful, right? You should call somebody who has compassion for you.
Wow.
You need a shoulder to cry on. You should find somebody.
That's beyond crazy. So let me ask you this. Let me put you in a different pair of shoes in this scenario. Say it's your daughter that happens to and her boyfriend does that. Do you
here's what Sparring Minds listeners. Sparring Minds listeners.
Yo, Payne, let's do. Yeah, you know this. You know that's gonna. He gonna duck. He gonna turn to the boxer.
Right.
He gonna turn to Floyd Mayweather. He gonna turn to Money Mayweather. Money May, Charlie Mayweather. What's up? Charlie May.
Wow.
So Sparring Minds, we're gonna take a quick break. Y'all hang on. Y'all be right back. We're gonna be right back. Give me a second. Hey, Payne, you gotta cut the shit. When are we gonna stay on topic around here? Stay on the topic, B. We ain't gonna add nobody's daughter. We ain't gonna freestyle the story.
What do you mean?
Someone's daughter.
That's someone's
daughter. Part of the
daughter.
scenario was her family and her family and his own friends were pissed at him for doing that shit.
His own friends.
And fuck them.
Wow.
Okay, hold on. Sparring Minds listeners, we're back. Pardon me. We got to take a quick minute.
I'll tell you right now.
Listen, the cops are gonna do their.
This is wild. Man.
The cops are gonna do their job. They're gonna go find the dude, right, and throw him under the jail as they should. Give him the harshest penalty around, right, and give all that energy you want to give to me. Give it to Tasha, because Tasha was the one who wanted to bring it there so they could turn up.
Yo, you gotta relax, man. I'm telling you, man.
How come they're not getting that same energy that I'm getting?
I'm warning you.
Now the energy is, oh, fuck him, because for what? Because I didn't answer the phone call and because I wasn't compassionate. Now I'm getting all that smoke. Fuck you. If you want to bring me that smoke.
Yes.
No,
absolutely.
I can care less. I can care less. They're gonna call me up and they're gonna say, yo, Chuck, what the fuck happened? This is what she got beat up. She got raped that night. Whatever. She was in the police station. It was cold in there. She didn't have no shoulder to lean on. Where were you? I said, yeah, we broke up, bro.
Yo, Payne, this is the other side of the cancer, yo. Like when we cross or when we feel crossed or anything like that, the level that we go to be like, fuck you or whatever case be. I don't fuck with you. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, and people say
that's what I'm saying.
No, I know, I understand, but I don't get it. I wouldn't do it, but
yeah, people say that about Aquariuses. Oh, Aquariuses are so heartless. Like I would never do no shit like that. And to tell you the truth, like I said, when I gave you the father scenario, let that have been a dude my daughter's dealing with. Like, yo, you thought I was playing when I said I'll peel him alive and dip him in lemon juice. I'm dead ass serious. Fucking mafia torture. I'm not fucking with
it. Ain't his fault, Payne, and you will be wrong as the pops.
No, I wouldn't.
Nah, you will be wrong as the pops. It ain't his fault.
You're not gonna tell my daughter I told you so when she got raped because she didn't do what you said.
Yo, Jones.
Nobody ever said those words.
Yo, Jones.
Nobody ever said those words. I don't know why y'all fall in love with that. Nobody ever said I told you so. Nobody ever said that.
No,
that's his actions, though. His actions are saying that.
Right. You don't have to.
You don't have to say it word for word.
Say those exact words to know what you mean by your actions. Hey, Hightower. We gonna leave that alone with the cancer stuff, brother. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that's extreme, man. That's extreme, yo.
Listen,
that's a bit extreme.
James brings up a question and he says, he's talking about, heaven forbid something like that would happen to my wife, right? The scenario involves a woman who decided that her own decisions trumped the relationship conversation. That's what we decided, right? And so once she decided that her desires in that situation, her desire to go to that party and turn up and have a blast with Tasha, once she decided that that was the case, over something that she and her man should have talked about a little bit more, once she decided that, she took everything else out of the conversation, right? And at the end of the day, if you have an ex-boyfriend, he's no longer required to do a motherfucking thing.
Yeah, that's not
okay. You residual emotion.
You're right, but we just talking about a scenario where this happened on Thursday, and she reached out to you Friday, I believe. Right? It's very close in the timeline of when you reached out, like a matter of 24 hours or less than that, whatever the case may be. I'm just sorry, man. I just don't see you hitting the off switch like that on someone you care for, regardless of what she did. Even if you break up with somebody, you don't just be like, in a matter of hours, like you don't. This doesn't happen like that. I mean,
100%.
I hear you.
100%.
You know, again, man. Listen, yeah, you know, that's the beauty of different people and stuff like that. So, God bless you. But
Yo,
that's
T. Snell, get the fuck out of here! Yo, this is what I'm talking about. T. Snell said, as her man, you should have showed up at the party. I told her not to go to this motherfucker. So this is what I'm talking about, fellas.
Yeah. Yep. You still should have popped up though.
So you would have showed up at the party?
Yeah.
Still would have pulled up. Yeah.
If you that,
oh,
if
you
you're that
nigga.
concerned, if you're that concerned and you think it's a safety issue and you know she's there, go pop up. And if you see some shit about to go down, you drag her out there. Y'all gonna have an argument, but
I mean, listen, she might have been.
Thank you, Ray now. Thank you, Ray now, for bringing common sense.
She might be mad, but she wouldn't be raped either.
Yo, this is hilarious. That he should have popped up anyways. That shit is crazy.
Worst case scenario. I'm not saying I would have pulled up, but I'm just saying, hey, Hightower, you gonna lay off the shit, dog? Okay, you gonna lay off. You gonna lay off that, dog. Okay.
Yo, T. Snell, we gotta bring her back on the show because she's absolutely wilding right now. We gotta get her rescheduled for this season sometime, man. Because she's wilding as usual, dog. Like nobody pulling up.
Hold up, man. So part of now watch this. Watch the dance.
Oh yeah.
Part of our role as the man, right, is being a provider and protector, right? So why wouldn't he go protect her if he felt it was unsafe and he knew where she was? Is he not doing his job? So
I don't. And Pete, what I do? See, Sparring Minds listeners, here's a real education. I want y'all to stay tuned to what I do paying right now. Part of our role as her man,
here we go,
is to provide emotional support, safety. When she walked out that door, I was no longer her man, and those requirements are no longer on me. See what I did there? All those requirements are mine when she's my girl. Facts. When she decided to leave,
before she goes to the party, she's still your girl, so you know she's going, so you go.
No, the fuck she ain't. Maybe that's where our disconnect is. The minute she left my crib, she was not my girl anymore.
So you packed your bag.
For you, she got a 1 year grace period. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, you're wildin', B. Mm-hmm. You're wildin'. You're like Nick Cannon needs you on the next episode, cuz. Wilding out. Wilding out. Yo, man. Damn, cuz. But that's the other side of the cancer gang. I get it. That's the other side.
We're gonna leave the conversation where it is. I think, at the end of the day, what I'm gonna hold all fellas to is treat your lady with the utmost respect, with the utmost compassion, with the utmost power, and the utmost I'm there for you. Keep my shoulder out for whatever you need. Treat your lady as such. Anybody outside of your lady doesn't deserve any of those character traits. Right? None of them. And James says I'm right. I think at this point, as long as James says I'm right, I feel okay.
Listen, man.
That ain't gonna get you no free tattoo, bro.
Listen, right. Yeah.
Thank you, Nisi. Finally, Nisi comes through for me. Still with your boy. I'm speaking facts. Like, if you walked out, we're no longer together, and I don't owe you shit.
School of Hard Knocks are more valued than the principal. Some niggas got no morals, values, and principles at all, man. Like Votto on that one, man. Like, yo, come on, couple.
Charles Irvin, you're exactly right, God. You're exactly right. They deserve compassion. I'm not saying they don't deserve compassion. And even, like I said, even my heart hurts for her situation.
It's not about it being
you're not getting that compassion for me. Maybe you get it from the officer.
A requirement. Yeah, that's wild. That's wild. Couldn't be me, but
Well,
Teach his own.
Yeah, I guess I don't understand.
Teach his own.
Y'all just extending compassion to everybody. That's the case.
No. We talking about this situation, this scenario in which someone was beating and raped. That's a different level of compassion to show for someone that's been through such a traumatic experience. I think let's stay focused on the scenario and the situation at hand of what happened. You know what I mean? And regardless of how you feel, it's just still morally, you know what I'm saying, wrong, in my opinion. You know, but to each his own. Couldn't be me.
Sparring Minds Podcast, episode 15. Shout out to Sam Little. Shout out to Ann Hightower. Shout out to an amazing conversation with the fellas this evening.
Shout out to the gang.
Wow,
damn, 50 minutes went by like that. That's what's up.
You know, that's what happens. What happens around here when we have good conversations, man.
Listen. Hey, niece, I'm not saying that she's right in this situation, and I don't think Payne has said the same thing. I don't think either one of us are excusing her behavior and what she did. And let me stop because we can just keep going on and on. But I'm just saying, no, it's still about a level of compassion and having some morals for just what happened in the situation.
And I'm a mean motherfucker, so if I'm saying there should be some compassion shown, then
that's all I'm saying. Just some compassion, man. You know what I mean? Can't just be totally heartless, man. You know, but
show some compassion for the Sparring Minds Podcast when you go and like and subscribe and follow the page. That's showing compassion.
Facts. Facts. Show that kind of compassion. I'm with that.
Yeah, word up. We're here for that kind of compassion. So next Friday, hopefully we get the gang back together in at least as a foursome, maybe a fivesome, you know, who knows? And we're gonna delve into more conversations like this. So
that'll be my last show before surgery too.
Hey.
That's my last show before the surgery.
Oh man. All right, well let's
prayers up. Prayers up.
Prayers up, man. Yeah, for sure. To a good brother Payne, man.
Right. Well, my listeners, y'all pray for our bro as he goes through a medical procedure coming up. You know what I mean? Get his mind and body physical, get all that stuff taken care of. So we're here for that. We'll catch y'all next week. Parting shots, fellas, before we get out of here.
Go ahead, Payne. I'll let you go first.
Shout out to all the beautiful Black women that have been participating in our celebration of you.
Word.
Thank you, queens. Keep sending the pictures in. We're gonna do this for the whole season 6. So shout out to all of y'all.
I love it.
Word up. Parting shot. I just want to give a shout out to my guy James Lambert for putting me on to be a vendor. I'm officially a vendor for the city of Boston. So shout out to all forked up kids.
Come on, Payne. Let's round of applause, man.
You don't hear this? I'm on top of this. I does this.
He's on his job. So shout out to my brother James Lambert for that. I got the email on that the other day. So I'm super duper excited about this new adventure, and because this BPS job, might be out of here. Entrepreneur full time. Fuck it.
Hey man, next week I've been seeing a lot of complaints about BPS on social media. We might talk about that next week, man, because I got some things that some of y'all complain about BPS. You do not
dog. Thank you, T Chanel. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, it's. I don't even know if I want to be on for that because BPS, man. Yeah,
BPS.
Everything that glitters.
We're gonna have a conversation. Hey, next week.
We out of here, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Little Hightower.
Hey, take us out of here, God.
Yes, sir.